Oh hey, I bought a truck. Oh hey, I bought a truck. Oh, yeah, I bought his truck. Oh, hey, I bought a truck.
This Doji Dodge? Nah. This rusty Chevy? Nope. Now this is more like it. This is my 1995 Stewart & Stevenson M1085 medium tactical vehicle. Now, a lot of people think they have big trucks, but no lifted 1-ton can compete with my 5-ton. This Texas-sized truck was made in Sealy, Texas, just outside of Houston. Under the cab, you'll find a Cat 3116 6.7-liter inline-6 turbo diesel. The motor is backed by an Allison 3000 series 7-speed transmission and puts power to the ground using a set of 3 giant Meritor axles and Goodyear 395/85 R20 tires. This thing is a beast. Not only do the tires have internal bead locks, but they also feature a central tire inflation system, so I can actually air up and air down the tires on the fly. The truck wasn't always this pretty though. I purchased this truck from a government surplus auction after watching a video about these trucks on Dirt Every Day. I purposely picked this truck to bid on because it had some problems. In the auction photos, you could see there was a minor coolant leak near the fan shroud, and the rear driver's side air brakes were completely disconnected. The cab had also seen better days, but the major mechanical systems appeared to be in good shape. So I took a chance and bought it with a plan in mind of how I would get it into better shape. The truck was located at Fort Bragg in North Carolina, so I had it shipped on a truck back to Houston. Now, this didn't quite go as expected. Because the front of the truck was marked "Do Not Run," the transportation company ended up hiring a crane to lift the truck onto the lowboy that brought it here. Yes, that's right, my truck has flown too. With the truck back in Houston, now the real work could begin. I started by replacing the missing brake lines in the rear of the truck and rebuilding some of the air valves that were also disconnected. With everything reconnected, the air system still wasn't building pressure in the tanks, so I started looking upstream at the compressor. After removing the main air line, I could feel the compressor pushing some air out, but I could easily stop it by putting my hand over the outlet. I had finally found the problem and the reason the truck had been sold in the first place. Replacing the whole compressor is doable, but it's not an easy or cheap job. With some research, I learned that truck air compressors have an unloader valve on the intake side, which basically serves as a check valve. This valve can get stuck open and prevent the compressor from working. The best part, an unloader valve rebuild kit is only about $30 and can be installed without removing the compressor. I bought the kit, put it in, and the brakes sprung to life. Hey, this is about to get exciting, guys. I got some parts this morning now that shops are open. I have what I believe to be working brakes. We're gonna give it a shot here. So show you where I am here. I'm inside the giant truck. It's huge. I don't know if you guys can even hear me over the giant loud ass diesel, but it's awesome. Here's the dashboard. I've got the transmission computer kind of out right now, but you know, it still works, no big deal. I've got air pressure now. That's a huge thing. Here, let me turn the camera around here so I can show you what I'm looking at. So I've got air pressure now. This is the main thing that was not working. So I've got 120 pounds in both tanks. My lights over here, let's see if I can get it to focus. That's my air pressure system lights, so I can air up and air down the tires. They're all fucked up. Here, let me see if I can wipe this off. I think that's what's causing the focus issues. Maybe that's a little better. The lighting's kind of poor in here too. Anyway, and then there's the fuse panel over there. There we go, fuse panel. All right, so let's drive this son of a bitch and see what happens here. So I'm gonna pull off the brake. Okay, brakes are off. I'm gonna apply the service brake and put it in drive. All right, we're in drive now. Here we go. Let's try not to run into this little car. Oh yeah, it moves! Holy shit! All right, we gotta swang this thing wide. Oh, we hit a tree there. This thing's a little big, I'm not used to it. There we go. Woo! The son of a bitch drives! Look at this! Holy shit! It's giant! Look, there's the outside! There's my sunroof! You see that? Woo! Lots of room for activities in here. You can fit a lot of goddamn paramotors in here. How about that? All right, let's take a turn. I don't have a right rear view mirror, so we're just kind of faking it. I'll see if I can throttle it up here around this next turn. Sorry about the focus, my camera sucks. And I'm moving around a lot. Gonna focus on that, there's a tree. Focused on that. All right, let's make this turn here. Let's give her a little gas. See what she'll do. Woo! Yeah! That's awesome. Sorry for the focus, my camera sucks. This thing is awesome. What do you guys think? Should I do a burnout? One of my headlights is working, that's good. Here we go, let's get some speed. Whee! All right, let's get some Trey's reaction video here. This thing is awesome. Holy shit, guys. This thing's hard to turn. It's kind of big. So I'm not used to driving something so huge. Oh, wait, yes I am. Ha ha! All right, let's go. Oh, the brakes work good. Had to do a brake test, that's important. Gotta stop this big ass fucking truck. Oh my god. With the truck drivable, it was time to get serious about the restoration. Around the time I purchased the truck, I found an auction for a new 2009 cab assembly that had been in storage in California. I could have fixed up the cab the truck came with, but the cost of that work would have been about the same as I paid for the whole new cab. Doing the cab swap wasn't going to be easy without some heavy equipment, though. I made friends with a local rigging company who agreed to let me do the swap in their yard. Because the cab was from a newer model truck, all of the wiring harnesses and electronics had to be pulled from the old cab and installed in the new cab. This wasn't easy, but with a little determination and help from a friend, I was able to get it done. A few bolts later, I had the old cab off and the new cab on. So that brings us up today and my future plans for the truck. I actually drove the truck 1,000 miles from Houston up to Indiana, and the truck made it without any issues. The only issue that I had was it was freaking hot. It got up to 116 degrees in the cab, and I am not shitting you. I had a little thermometer in there. So why the hell did I go all the way up to Indiana? Why does any man go anywhere, really? For a nice box, of course. I'm converting the truck into an RV, and I've purchased a 22-foot box truck body. Once I get that on there, I'll be framing it out, plumbing it, running electrical, and insulating it. So stay tuned for future updates. And if you'd like special access to the project and to kind of help me out, head on over to patreon.com/TreyGerman. I'll put the links down below. And maybe consider donating $1 to help pay for diesel or other expenses with this project. So thanks so much, guys. I'll catch you next time.